Away yet running. Good speed today from Whiskey Prize from the outside, but Stomping Moon also wants a piece of that front running action. And Dangerous Mind is right there against the rail, so those are the first three as they settle down. And Divining Stone came away in fourth. Valley Rolling Tide rides that rail and tries to get off the inside, and Court Contender teams up with him. And last of all is Painted Thunder. So the pace battle ensues between Whiskey Prize and Stomping Moon, and those two drabs as they go down to the 5.5 furlong point. And Whiskey Prize emerges from out of the crowd and shows the way, but the lead's only one tight length, as Stomping Moon is right there pressing the pace in second, and Divining Stone is three wide and now takes that second position away. Dangerous Minds in between rivals. Court Contender's going to be caught wide. Valley Rolling Tide is second last, and nothing today from Painted Thunder. Down to the 3.5 furlong point they charge, and Whiskey Prize continues to control the clock, but has been hounded every step of the way. Court Contender is poised to play its hand now, and here comes Court Contender on the outside to raise the stakes. Divining Stone loomed and flattened out. Stomping Moon's in there in the thick of it too. Dangerous Mind is revving up, but is still 3 lengths down, and Valley Rolling Tide is closing in that 5th place position. They left a quarter pole behind, and Whiskey Price still calls the shots, but everyone is closing in now, and here's Valley Rolling Tide with a sweet rail skimming trip. Stomping Moon is battling on. Deep on the track is a Dangerous Mind inside the final furlong, and now Valley Rolling Tide is pulling away. Valley Rolling Tide's gonna get it. Valley Rolling Tide is 30-1 to beat Whiskey Prize, Dangerous Mind, and Stomping Moon. Away and running. Bit of an awkward start for Thea's Theme. Good rail speed from Awesome Birdie today has an uncontested lead. Truatka is right there with a nose in that second place position, and Luck Be a Lady Tonight now takes that second position away, and Thea's Theme is last of the four. They race down to the 4 furlong point, and Awesome Birdie is making play today. The lead is nice and easy too, shows the way a length and a quarter. Luck Be a Lady Tonight chases the speed in second, and now a distant third is Truatka, who comes under a ride, and the longest shot on the board, Thea's Theme, is last of all, but Awesome Birdie is in hand and in command and goes as smooth as silk and has built up a massive advantage. Luck Be a Lady Tonight is trying to hold second at the 6-5 quote, and up the inside is Thea's Theme as they turn for home. Awesome Birdie, as sharp as a tack, has fled the scene. Thea's Theme now tries to claim second. Truatka battles for that position along with Luck Be a Lady Tonight, but they couldn't beat what they couldn't catch. Awesome Birdie with an absolutely scintillating score. Truatka got up for second over Luck Be a Lady Tonight. At the post. Away Yan running. Great speed today from Pop Sox. Horrible start for the first timer out on the town. So the battle ensues as the Discreet Devil takes the lead away. And now Elusive Image came away in second, and Wind Trips traveling a handy third. A Thousand Idols came away in fourth, and Ray's Gone Astray rides that rail. Pop Sox is also right there in the thick of it too, and passed on the outside by Barfly. Albaroto has one beaten, and Smilin' Jack's out the back, and the one who botched it at the start is out on the town, who's a distant last. Around the bend with a quarter to go, Discreet Devil with the target on its back is built up a 3-length lead under the whip. Elusive Image tries to close in as they turn to the top of the stretch. Discreet Devil has built up a 3-length lead, but is a leg-weary leader, but nobody's really making inroads. Elusive Image is trying to close out the ground. Ray's Gone Astray moves into third. A Thousand Idols into the fourth place spot, and that's how they'll finish. Discreet Devil has won it over Elusive Image, Ray's Gone Astray, and then came A Thousand Idols. Away and running. It was a nice start. Fast Mule was the first one to break the line. Dioro Baby showing that speed despite being agitated in the gate. And a Gun of Gold comes away in that third place position. Lily Rose has a dream trip up the rail. And Brass Band is 3 deep at the 7 furlong pole. And Brass Band has a big divide over the last three, which includes a rail trip from Bridled Sass. Next door to him is Circle of Courage. And the early trailers, Dorothy's the Boss. Down to the backstretch they go, and Fast Mule is the leader today past the 5.5 and tries to slow down this pace. Chasing in second is the Oro Baby, and these two are only separated by a neck with 5 furlongs to go. And Gun of Gold has the run of the race of good enough today. There's another gap of 3. Back to Lily Rose, who's a patiently ridden fourth. Dorothy's the Boss has picked off quite a few rivals. Circle of Courage goes wide with Unbridled Sass, and Brass Band is at the back of the pack, but they start to gang up at the 3.5. So Fast Mule continues to control things, comes under a ride now. Dioro Baby tries to dig deep and find more. Gun of Gold has no excuses today, while Dorothy's the Boss is getting closer and Circle of Courage is getting on track. The quarter pole looms. Fast Mule has led him a long way. Gun of Gold is right there breathing down that rival's neck. They've spaced the rest. Dorothy's the Boss has a trip up the inside. They swing, and Gun of Gold comes calling for the lead and kicks away by half a length. Fast Mule is right there battling on, and closing in late is Dorothy's the Boss. They're down to the 16th pole. Gun of Gold still holding. Fast Mule is still chasing. The favorites are 1-2. In reverse order, Gun of Gold has won it over Fast Mule, Dorothy's the Boss, and Circle of Courage. Away and running. Good speed one from the inside from Sergeant Molly today has an uncontested lead. Creola's right there creeping closer, and up for it protects the inside rail position. Treasure Gem came away in that fourth place position with 6.5 furlongs to go, and La Befana goes a little wide in that fifth place position. Up the rail is Heavenly Appointed in front of Denim and Laced, and Forever Rose is second last, and Sharia Moore's at the back of the pack. So Creole takes the initiative, leaving the first turn as they go down to the 5 furlong stick, and and shows the way by a length and a quarter. Sergeant Molly is going to try to close from off the pace today in that second place position, and also right there in the thick of it too is up for it against the rail. Treasure Gem makes a sweet middle move to grab that joint second position away at the 3.5 furlong point, and in that fifth place position is La Fauna. Still a gap of 1.5 back to Denim and Lakes, who's off the fence. Heavenly Appointed scrapes paint. Forever Rose still in front of one, and Sharia Moore's at the long shot is back of the pack. Around the turn to the 5/16, and Creole continues to be the dictating speed. Getting closer is Sergeant Molly, and Treasure Gem has some pent-up power, just needs the out. They turn for home. Creole is bracing for the onslaught of challengers, and here comes Treasure Gem. Set down for the drive and closing in. Sergeant Molly's in for the fight too. Late on the scene on the far outside, here comes Heavenly Appointed, but now Treasure Gem hits the front in the concluding stages, and Treasure Gem has won it. Heavenly Appointed was second, Creole backpedaled to third, and Up For It finished fourth. Away at running. Libs Contento hopped in the air, no confession, out very smoothly. Boss Logic came away in that second place position, and those two work as a team as they go around this first turn run. Wild Banker, very wide, but a joint third along with Last Romance and Your Analysis is in between rivals. St. Andrews is second last, and having a terrible start was Libs Contento, but it's a compact field covered by 5.5 lengths past the 6 furlong pole, and no confession trying to slow pace the field with those ears pricked right now, and shows the way by half a length. Boss Logic is in the perfect spot today and chases in second, and Wild Bankers had a white trip since the starter said go. Last Romance teams up with that rival, and Your Analysis dons the red cap and is right there on hold in a joint fourth place position. Libs Contento's deep on the course, and St. Andrews last of all, but only 3.5 lengths would cover the lot. They swing the far turn with 3.5 furlongs to go. No confession trying to stick and stay, but Boss Logic has been shadowing that leader every step of the way. Last Romance comes under a ride. Your Analysis tries to pick off that rival, and St. Andrews now lands fifth. They get ready to pass the quarter pole, and Boss Logic comes calling for the lead as No Confession puts the cue in the rack as they turn for home. Boss Logic kicks away to a 1 length lead. No Confession is battling on for the minors. Deep on the track is Your Analysis and Last Romance in between rivals, but Boss Logic, oh, this one just sought the trip today. 3 to 5 look like a gift. Boss Logic just trounced the opposition over No Confession, Your Analysis, and then came Last Romance. Away and running. Good even start, good speed from the outside barrier of David's Prospect. There goes Joe Brains in front running frame, but maybe it's time taking full advantage of that inside post and takes a nice and easy lead too in a paceless affair. Provision came away in fourth with Ready Reward tracking fifth. Eddie the Great with a lap to go tracks sweetly in sixth with Callaway Peak near the backfield. Garatia Prince has two beaten, which is Gambling Czar, and at the back of the pack is Fieldstone. They turn left for the first time with 6 furlongs out, And maybe it's time just galloping along nice and easy here with only a half length lead. But Joe Brains is sensing a slower pace also on hold in that second place position. And David's Prospects in third, but a little wide as this will be an absolute sprint for home. Provision stays behind a paceless trio in that fourth place spot, and Ready Rewards deep on the track. Eddie the Great's in between rivals, hasn't been asked yet, neither has Callaway Peak. Third last is Fieldstone, second last is Gratia Prince, and Gambling Stars at the back of the pack. Now the pace picks up past the 3.5. Maybe its time continues to be the controlling speed past the 3. Joe Brains trying to outrun those long shot odds. David's Prospect right there in the hunt, but goes wide both turns. Eddie the Great is revving up, but is in traffic. Provision rides that rail, and getting closer is Fieldstone. Still chances galore at the top of the stretch. Maybe it's time, hugs that corner sweetly and kicks away by 2. Joe Brains is in for the fight, so is Eddie the Great. Closing in is Provision, closing in from out of the clouds is Gratia Prince. There's a 16th to go. Maybe it's time, holding on by a thread. Eddie the Great trying to press on past. Eddie the Great's gonna get there. Eddie the Great has won it. Over Maybe It's Time, Gratia Prince and David's Prospect. Away and running. Good speed on the outside from Westover today, but that was short-lived as Dart comes calling for the lead. And Trophy Room is a hustled second, and Filigree's right there mixing it up too. Sir Smoke came away in fourth position, and Call Me Maestro is deep on the course. Superstitious in between rivals. The one who broke on top is second last, that's Westover. And Star Street was slow to go. Down to the 3.5 furlong peg they race, and Dart continues to lead the charge around the far turn and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Trophy Room takes up the chase, but here comes Filigree, who's in hand, and now takes the lead away at the 5/16 pole. Call Me Maestro's wide but advancing, and trying to close in is Sir Smoke as heads turn for home. It's Filigree with the race in his hands, leads by a long neck. Dart is going to counter right back past the 3/16 pole, and Dart makes another break for it, now leads by 1. Filigree loomed and flattened out, and deep on the track is Call Me Maestro and battling on his Trophy Room. But Dart just had a headsy ride by Lane Luzzy today. Dart is a convincing winner. Second went to Filigree over Sir Smoke, and then came Call Me Maestro.